college school books, stationery item, all the colleges are open in the month of June, July. The stationery shops are very busy because of lecturer very happy. The bank transaction will be more in the first week of every month. Yes, of course, because salary release ಆಗತ್ತೆ first week of every month. The bank transaction ತುಂಬಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? ಅದು one of the season ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Bank transaction heavy ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಯಾಕೆ? The first month of every first week of every month, because salary ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಹಣ ತಗೋತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ATM ಇಂದ. ಸೊ ಲೈಫ್ ಸರ್ವೈವ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಸೊ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ will be more in the first week of every month. So this is the very important, guys. So these are the example of seasonal variation. Umbrellas are sold more in rainy season. An umbrella in summer season, in the sales of ice cream, cool drinks will increase. Note that here increases, decreases word is very important here. The word is not that, we won't give you a mark because that is in season. Sales of woolen cloth increase in winter. Sales of golden garment increase during in festival time. Sales of stationery will sales more stationery will be June, July. Bank transaction will be more in first week of every month. Yes, guys, it's a very important. Now causes is a very important. Many times they ask what are the causes of seasonal variation. ಯಾವ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೆ ಸೀಸನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ? ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲೈಮೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ವೆದರ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಸೀಸನ್ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ನಂಬರ್ ಒನ್, climate and weather condition is the wonderful causes of seasonal variation. The wonderful causes of seasonal variation. So we can call as now first point, the causes of seasonal variation is the climate and weather condition. Definitely weather ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅವಾಗ seasonal variation exist ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ತರ custom, tradition, habit of the people. Yes, ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಚಳಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ, ಸೊ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕು? ಎಸ್, ಕರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್, ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ಟೇಸ್ಟ್, ಇದೆಲ್ಲಾನು ಕೂಡ ಸೀಸನಲ್ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ರೈಟ್, all the two points, these are very important. That's the causes of seasonal variation. Indian contingency, we have a three category. One is called rich class, poor class, and middle class. All the category, they have a own style to live in earth, right? Yes or no? So depends on that, there's a seasonal variation exists. One is called the causes of seasonal variation is an important. The one is called climate and weather condition. Second one, customs and habit of the people. Custom, tradition, and habit of the people. This is the two causes of seasonal variation. I'm repeating you once again. Climate and weather condition. Second one, custom, tradition, habit of the people. Now is a very important, another one more important question. Definitely they ask, what is the duration or what is the period of seasonal variation? ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ 3 months ಒಂದ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. 4 ಇದೆ season, 3 into 4 12, less than 1 year ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ generally 1 year ಆಗತ್ತೆ. Seasonal variation period ಏನಿದೆ, duration ಏನಿದೆ, that is generally within a 1 year or less than 1 year. Guys, is the important definition. What is the period or what is the duration of seasonal variation? Generally within a 1 year or less than 1 year. And then finally last one, they ask one more question. Which variation of time series is predictable? That is, secular trend is not predictable. Only one thing, seasonal variation is predictable, because 3 months once ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವ ವೆದರ್ ಯಾವ ಕ್ಲೈಮೇಟ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಸೀಸನಲ್ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಪ್ರೆಡಿಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ guys, one more question. Which variation of time series is predictable? The answer is seasonal variation. Is a very important, seasonal variation. One is called period or duration of seasonal variation is called generally within a 1 year or less than 1 year. So that is the seasonal variation. And after that, what are the which variation is predictable? The variation is seasonal variation is a predictable. Guys, hope you understand. And I'm going bit slow or going too fast. Please suggest me. Please message me. No problem. I can understood. Whether I'm going fast. Please tell me. I'll go little slow. Yes. Now this is about seasonal variation. Look at the definition, example, causes, period, then which variation is predictable. Now we are jump into the third component of time series, that is called cyclical variation or business cycle. Tumba important guys idu. What is cyclical variation? Is also called business cycle. So before going to cyclical variation, we want to learn oscillatory variation. So oscillatory variation ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ನೋಡಿ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಲೂ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಕಲರ್. ಈ ತರ ಕರ್ವ್ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಸಿಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ, ಸೊ ಮನೇಲಿ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ವಯಸ್ಸಾಗಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದ ಮಿಡ್ ನೈಟ್, ಇನ್ ದ ಅರ್ಲಿ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಟೈಮ್, ದೇ ಸಫರ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್, ಸಿವಿಯರ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಸೊ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ಲಿ ಟೇಕ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ ದ there people are doing ECG, electrocardiogram anta ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. So ad ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ there's a long piece of paper, they are acting, they are printed like this type of curve, isn't it? I think have you seen that this type of curve is that, yes or no, right? ಈ ತರ curves ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಇದ್ರೆ, so definitely ನಾವು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ತರ curves ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಇದ್ರೆ, so we can call as oscillatory variations ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, right? So cyclical variation, there is a, it's also called business cycle. So oscillatory variation, ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಯಾವ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ oscillatory variation ಅಲ್ವಾ? Ups down, ups down, ups down ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Now we are jump into what is the definition of business cycle or what is the definition of cyclical variation. ಇದೇ ತರ business cycle ಕೂಡ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, right? So ಈ ತರ ನೋಡಿ, business ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ full dead stage ಬರುತ್ತೆ business, then again back to prosperity. We'll discuss one by one. Yes, first we have to go, what is cyclical variation, right? The cyclical variation is an oscillatory variation. Cyclical variation is an oscillatory variation which occur 4 stages. Similarly, right, oscillatory variation is an oscillatory variation which occur in 4 stages, namely, which occur 4 stages, namely, number 1, prosperity, number 2, recession or decline, number 3, depression, number 4, improvement or recovery. Note that cyclical variation is also called business cycle. In that business cycle, these are the 4 stages are happening in every business there, so that we can explain one by one within a minute. So this is the third stages of third component of time series, that is called cyclical variation or business cycle. It's an important, the before going to cyclical variation, we ought to learn what is oscillatory variation. This type of curve we can call as oscillatory variation. Same type of curve happening in a business cycle, every business or economic field. Now, so what is definition of cyclical variation? Cyclical variation is an oscillatory variation which occur 4 stages, namely, number 1, prosperity, number 2, recession, number 3, depression, number 4, recovery. I'll repeat you, these are the 4 stages of business cycle. One is called prosperity, and one is called recession, and one is called depression, and one is called recovery. These are the 4 stages of business cycle. I repeat once again, what do you mean by cyclical variation? The cyclical variation is an oscillatory variation which occur 4 stages, namely, number 1, prosperity, then recession, depression, recovery. So this is the definition of cyclical variation. Every business happening like this only. Now after that, again the 2-mark question, what are the different pages of business cycle, or what are the different stages of business cycle? What are the different stages or phases of business cycle? Same thing what you are discussing in the previous slide. One is called prosperity, one is called recession, one is called depression, one is called improvement. So these are the 4 pages or stages of business cycle. Even diagrammatically they are sketched, then you can write the step also, right? This is important, the different pages of business cycle. One is called prosperity, and one is called decline, one is called depression, and one is called improvement. Now we are able to sketch it. So which is the place for depression, recovery, improvement? Note that this is the one of the diagram, this is the oscillatory variation. I'll mark you now, so this is important. And note that up to here, look at that, up to this line, up to here we can call as this a prosperity stage. Yes, we can call as this is prosperity stage up to here. Then come to the yellow line, so up to here this is the recession, and finally the business for dead stage. this is the depression, and back to there is a prosperity. So this is the prosperity state. Yes or no? Right? Okay. Now we can draw the simple diagram. How we can draw it? This one, right? Very simple. Look at that. Just we can draw one line, and just we can say one oscillatory variation. Yes. So up to here, there's a prosperity, and there's a recession, there's a depression, there is a recovery. Come to point. So what prosperity says? Note that prosperity nothing but the first stage of business activity. Here money circulation is very good, buyers and sellers also very good, and production, goods and services of productions are very good, income, profit, employment, all the things are very, very important. Yes. No need to worry. Yeah, we can draw the, we can draw it, classwork. Same thing, we can draw it. Yes, definitely, because important this one. Okay, there is this diagrams. Okay, yes, important. Almost 5 minutes more, I can explain you. Yes, first stage is a prosperity. What is prosperity? Prosperity is the first stage of business cycle. All economic activities are very good condition in that, right? There's a income ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, profit ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, employment, I mean, goods and services manufacture ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, buyers sellers are increases, all economic activities are very good condition. So that is we can call as prosperity, right? ಅದೇ ತರ prosperity ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ decline, recession ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So recession nothing but business slow ಆಗಿ ಡೌನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ರೈಟ್? ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಇದು ಎವ್ರಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ತರ 4 ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಸ್ಪರ್ಟಿಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನಡೀತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ಕಮ್, ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್, ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್, ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್, ಬಯರ್ಸ್, ಸೆಲ್ಲರ್, all the activities are very good. But come to recession stage, from here to here, because business are going to slowly go down, right? No productions are very less, no money circulations are very less, economic activities are slowly go down. So that is one of the second activity for business cycle or cyclical variation. The third activity, finally the business activities are dead stage only. Look at that. This is the dead stage business activity. No one has buyer, no one has production, money circulation is very less. Now last in the lockdown period, no corona period, 3 months we are suffer like depression only, right? So this is business for completely down. The company will lock, a shop will lock. That is the depression period. No buyer, no seller, no employment, no income, no profit. The company will lock only. So after some other period, again back to stage. Now in Karnataka or India, the lockdown will release. Now all the shops are opening now. Up to here, back to again there is a prosperity stage. So this is about the stages of business cycle. There is no explanation like prosperity, decline, depression. Just we can draw a line and sketch it that where it is the place of prosperity. Look at that. This is the prosperity here. This is the recession. This is the depression, and this is the improvement. Note that this is the very, very important point for business cycle. What is cyclical variation? Cyclical variation is an oscillatory variation of time series data which occur prosperity, recession, depression, improvement, and we can draw this type of sketching diagram also. This is prosperity, this is recession, this is depression, this is recovery. So this is about business cycle. Note that this is high employment, GDP increases, demand for goods and services. Your recession also, it slowly go down, production slow, and depression completely lock. The all business for failures only, recovery, back to prosperity stage. Yes or no? Right? So these are the just like a difference between what is prosperity. Prosperity, economic condition is good. Recession, economic condition slowly go down. Depression, economic condition fully dead stage. Recovery, slowly improvement. Yes. So this is about today class. Example also, time series data regarding business and economic activity. Important, the business time series data regarding business and economic activity. Now I am stop sharing there, guys. For any doubt, please you can ask me. So I'll take the attendance now. Just wait in a minute. I will take the attendance now. Just any doubt, you can call me that. So otherwise you can talk to me. I'll unmute yourself. Okay. All participants to unmute yourself. Can anybody talk to me? So I'm taking attendance now. The first sheet. Yes. Look at that. Unmute is your question only. But no need to, I don't want outside sound also. Yes, any problem, please ask me. Today class is understood. Hello guys, I'm asking you people. Okay, less than 1 minute. Okay, somebody are messaging me. Okay, no sir, yes sir, Ajit Kumar.